My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? I made plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you.
Just going and getting started. Welcome, you guys. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. We got some things to discuss today. We gonna chat today. So, how I want to know how many of you guys remember D4L Dancing Dolls that had the show on trying to change my background, y'all. Give me a minute. On was it TLC? No, wait. I think it was TLC. I used to watch it every day. That's crazy. Hold on, y'all. The show ain't came on in a very long time. When the twins had graduated, um, okay, bring it on Lifetime. Take that back. It was Lifetime. And the last one I seen was Sanjay little sisters graduated. And oh my God, in Faith. Those were the last time I saw it in Camryn. All of them graduating, and that was it, right? Well, child, it started some mess with production, right? As y'all know, Miss Coach D, who has had it in Jackson, Mississippi, and remember, she said she had to close down that place because of the 2020 situation and everything that was going on. And then when the hurricane hit Mississippi around that time, it flooded it so bad and it caused them damage. And so they were supposed to come back. They didn't get a chance to come back, right? So let me tell y'all how all this drama kicked back up and how it started. Because after that, everything was fine and dandy. Then all of a sudden, baby, it went left again. And I say, huh? So I believe a month ago, I was trying to find it on Facebook before I came on here. Princess, y'all remember Princess and Coach D had got into it. Now, shout out to my little cousin who was a part of the Dancing Dolls at one point. So they had got Princess and Coach D got in. Princess Mama and Coach D got into it, right? So they had got into it or whatever. And they were going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So everything had died down. I was seeing parents that was on the team was like, hey, listen, y'all both wrong. Listen what they got to say. Coach D, Miss Diana, you got to listen to what they got to say and this and that. And then they were telling Princess, listen, take that down. It's not that serious. Princess Mama, blase squaze. I was trying to find it so y'all can see it. When I say she was talking cash-ish, she was her cash-ish. So I was like, I hope this died out. So we're going to fast forward. Fast forward, Camryn and Kayla have a show called Encore. And it is about them being in the Dancing Dolls. And it's mostly about, the things that they went through and where they are now. So a clip came out. Let me see if I can find it, child. And it goes into the trauma of the situation when, how Camryn felt she didn't see certain things and how Kayla felt the situation with her and her mom. It is a lot of that going on. Let me show you. So we're going to go with this clip. So Camryn and Kayla are walking and talking, and they're both talking about how they feel. And Camryn got into Miss D comments and was like, yeah, I said what I said, and I don't think I'm going to change it. Let me go to it, child. And they were taking a walk, and they say they felt like Miss D really did have the like she had something to do with some of the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. And so we're gonna get into what Miss D had to say. And she basically was like, she tired of everybody looking at it with me like I did something and all this and that. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I think I'm gonna have to go to Miss D page out and play the clip. But there was already a situation where the dolls, they have now the dolls, which is on Brandon TV. And I'm gonna let that play. Hold on. Let me get that to play. With Mimi and Coach D and how this started. Then we're gonna go to Miss D. Come on.
Kobe been there since he was born. How many of my child's football games did you come to? How many of my child's his mass performances at school on Fridays? How many programs did you come to of my child?
When you did not come to my daughter's graduation, that hurt her, killed her. Camryn had been there since she was 9 with you. In that dollhouse with the lights out, teaching this, teaching Princess this, teaching that. But when you didn't come, she can look on live, your live, see you at everybody else's.
I was not able to attend Camryn's high school graduation because we were filming for the TV show. And ain't nothing changed. I said what I said, and that's a fact. I don't tell them people what the hell to do with a damn show. Camryn was going to a different school that was not a part of Jackson Public Schools. And even if I don't recall her graduation, and even if it was JPS, I don't remember right off the bat, but I remember her graduation being on a separate day. But that year it was at Jackson State. And you had multiple Jackson Public Schools graduations that were happening on the same day, one at 10, the next one at 12, next one at 2, next one at 4. We were not filming that day. So I was able to attend everybody else's because we were not filming that day.
Right.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to say, fuck you, bring it, I'm out. I'm in breach of contract.
Yeah.
I think that, Mimi's issue is not just about me not being there. It's about Camryn's graduation should have been covered. Yeah, I feel like it should have been covered. She is a major cast member on the show, but I don't decide that. Like I am not a writer on the show, because if I was a writer on the show, half the shit that we did, we wouldn't have fucking did it in the first place. So to be held accountable, because she's been there since she was 9. Hell, Kobe been there since he was born. How many of my child's football games did you come to? How many of my child's his mass performances at school on Fridays? How many programs did you come to of my child? How many Pop Warner?
Okay, so then I'm gonna let it show what Miss D was talking about the text message, because she said she did get a text from Kayla apologizing about the scene that they did on their new show on Encore, and we all gonna see the clip that she talking about.
Approach to how I want to address certain things that have consistently come up. Now, I've sat quietly and I've allowed people to make videos and say things and do things, and I have not had a response because, truthfully, I am really so at peace with myself. I mind my own business, and if you follow me on live, I'm always saying I stay in my little hole, I mind my business. Like, I don't talk about people, I don't bother anybody. Yet and still, I am the topic of conversation, and I am the constant person that's being brought up in context for your content. And I'm at a point to where I'm just tired. So I had to have a conversation, with a couple of friends of mine. I had a conversation with my attorney this morning because I wanted to make sure that I take a consistent diplomatic approach to make sure that I am heard and to make sure that you understand exactly what I'm about to say. So last night, Encore had their season finale. And I want to be honest, I don't keep up with the show. I see the clips online. I have so many other things going on. If I decide to go back and watch, I just binge watch. I don't know how everybody else does it. But I got a text message from someone last night. And the text message was basically apologizing for what was said on the show. So now I'm like, what was said? Because I don't keep up with it. Remember, I just said that I do not watch it completely episode for episode. I said if I watch it, that I would be binge watching, right? So now this prompted me to go and watch to see, exactly what was said. And to my surprise, I was extremely confused, concerned, and was just like, why the fuck are we talking about this? Okay, sorry. Why are we talking about this? Why are we still here? What relevance does this topic have on that show? Because if that show is about your life, your family, and everything else, why am I a topic? Why is anything about DD4L, Dancing Dolls, Bring It, me, like, why is it even brought up? But since it's brought up, let's address it.
Because I worked so hard for this spot. This is my position. This is my time to shine. I worked 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years for this. And for 3 minutes. And you get to leave a spot over my group.
Now listen, we've already been down the rabbit hole with this whole text message episode, and I kept quiet about that, but not anymore, because I'm going to talk about that too. But that's not the topic of this live. Let's stay focused.
When Bring It made it a big thing, which I was there for. She made it a big thing, and it looked like y'all were bullying. But you weren't really bullying. You was really just sticking up for yourself because you've been here and she's a crab. Y'all killing me with the...
So much to address there, but we're going to get to it. Trust me.
Kaya was saying, like, she wasn't mad at Princess about it. Like, she was mad at Miss Diana because Miss Diana has the control. She has the power. Of course, they put Princess in the front. What they gonna say? Yeah, they put Kaya in the front. What they gonna say? It's nobody but Miss Diana, in my opinion. Child, Camryn flat out said, well, this is Miss Diana's fault. And I was like, yikes. Ooh, I didn't think we was gonna hit it like that, son. I didn't think we was gonna go straight there. And then it's like, Miss Diana, let's be honest. You preach tradition all day, every day. Dropped the ball right there. And then you act like everybody is wrong for feeling how they feel. I feel like she don't want to admit that she did have a little bit more pull, and she kind of left it alone because it was like teenage drama. Yes, we were doing a TV show, but those were your girls there. They were there for you to protect. Okay.
So there's a lot to unpack there. And here is the thing, and I'm really tired of being the butt of everybody's jokes. I'm really tired of the blame being pushed around like we pushing a shopping cart through the damn Walmart. Baby, listen, let's be clear. Diana, Miss D, however you choose to address me, but respectfully, I should be called Miss Diana because I am an adult. However, let's get past all of that. At the end of the day, Lifetime television show is a network. Lifetime is a network, okay? A&E is a network. I have never controlled the production of Bring It today, tomorrow, or ever. It's not my show. I was a cast member and a paid participant on the same show that everybody else was on. It's unfortunate that I am still receiving blame and backlash from people that I stood 10 toes down behind. And what's even more unfortunate is that my character is consistently and continuously being attacked. People are saying things that I'm sorry, they're just not.
I'm going to say this. From what I hear with production and how Carlos King has arguments with certain things that could be showed on Love and Marriage Huntsville and things of that nature, they have a credit. Mona Scott explained this when she did the interview with Carlos King about Love and Hip Hop. Everyone's like, oh, it's Mona, it's Mona, it's Mona. They do not have all the rights to everything. It's not up to production, which they are, but it's up to the higher up of the company that they work for, like Viacom and OWN. Just like when we asked Carlos King, why y'all ain't show the right fight between Marquez and Ken? He said, OWN said, hell no. They say, oh no. They knew that it would make great TV because he was trying to push it. But it was like, oh no. Even if you did, oh no. So they have certain things, but they don't have everything. So y'all got to understand that, yeah, they're producers, But they don't have all the rights because of the guidelines that the company have that they have to follow. That go through everybody. It go through different steps.
True. It's not true. The control that everybody thought I had, oh, I wish I had. Because if I had the control that I had, the tradition that everybody speaks so much of, it would have still been intact. Let's just be clear and let's be honest. Tradition flew out the window, just whoa, out the window, like I snatched off my wig at night. Flew out the window the day we all signed up for Bring It. Because everybody knows that Dancing Dolls is structured to do parades and parades only. We have never in the history of our organization ever competed like that. Ever. And everybody knows that, including y'all. Y'all know that. So we're going to speak on tradition. Let's do a deep dive and get off into it. Because there's a lot of things that tradition allowed a lot of people to be able to do, including positions of leadership. But we're going to get into these text message episodes, but I'm going to create a whole separate video that breaks that down because this video is just part one. But the tradition of Dancing Dolls has always been intact. But we got to understand and we got to make sure that we make it very, 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 very clear. And this is only part one because I'm going to keep this series going until I'm done talking about this. But I am tired of being accused of running a show that I had nothing to do with. I never wrote a script. I never wrote a beat sheet. I was never in a production meeting. I was never on a phone call creating scenes. I never knew what the left hand or the right hand was even doing. I was focused on keeping my head on a swivel and focused on myself. I am so tired.
And I'm going to tell you what she means. They could X her out just like they did Mariah Hawk from Married to Medicine. A lot of people thought, oh, Mariah got to have this. And when Mariah said, it was like, she say, no, I don't have all the rights to the show. They could X her out just like they did Mariah. She ain't lying. They could they could cut her and make it however they want to make it to be.
Of everybody just allowing themselves to push blame this way. And I have been so quiet and diplomatic. And I sit on a mountain of receipts and conversations where people knew that that was a produced scene. But we're going to get into that in a later video because I want to make sure that I stay focused. Ladies, with all due respect to me, that I deserve and that I've earned and that I worked for. This is my last time saying this. And I made a video, not a lie, because I want this to stay posted on my page. You cannot blame me for a decision that I made because I'm not sorry. I do not apologize for handling that situation publicly because I was always taught that if you show your ass in public, you get dealt with in public. I was always taught, too, that the age of accountability in the Bible is 12. And regardless of whether or not you are a child, you knew better. So I handled it. Wait, it's a reality television show, right? That's our reality. Because in reality, traditionally, would I not get on y'all about y'all's attitudes? Would I not get on y'all about cursing? We're going to get to that. Would I not get on y'all about your behavior? Kids or not, would I not get on y'all about those things? Would I not do that? Absolutely. To be honest, this whole scene had nothing to even do with your show. Encore had nothing to do with your show. It was irrelevant. This is a scene of something that just recently happened. So what was the point? Was it that you needed drama? And it's unfortunate because traditionally, we know that I don't deal with drama. I don't deal with mess. I don't deal with confusion. But it almost seems as if we're trying to pull Dancing Dolls back. We're trying to pull DD4L back. If y'all only knew the lengths that I went through to protect everyone on this team and the things that I've done to make sure that not only the girls were okay, but that the parents were okay, all while my feelings were discarded, all while I was flipped the bird, it would make your head explode. But we're going to get into that too.
All right, let's go to part 2. Then we're going to go to Mimi.
So it took me a minute to make this first video. Here's part 2. Let's talk text messages. So you guys, I was going to leave this alone, but since it seems to still be a topic of conversation and it was brought up last night and I'm still officially being blamed for everything. Let's get into this. All right, so we've already established in my last video that I didn't have pull, as it was said that I had pull. I didn't. It said that I had more say. I didn't. It said that I dropped the ball. I didn't. It said that at the end of the day, I could have changed different things, and the tradition, blah, 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 all that's being thrown around. And the reality of the text message episode, it started from a completely different place. Let's get into that. So the initial whole conversation, the whole issue started from the episode that was focused and centered around HBCUs. Now, the whole purpose of me doing the whole HBCU episode anyway was because a lot of the girls were deciding that they wanted to go and attend different HBCUs. And the different HBCUs that were in question at the time were Jackson State, Alcorn State University, Grambling State University, as well as Southern University. And because I had girls that wanted to go to those schools, I knew people from those schools. Some of my girls already attended those schools. I wanted to give the girls an opportunity to put together their own routines and pretend or even act out a situation where I'm now a part of this team. It's kind of like, a mock or mimic or, fantasy. Not really sure, but it was supposed to allude to like a graduation type of thing too, because they're getting ready to graduate from high school. I am the professor. You're graduating from Dance University, and boom, you're going off to an HBCU. So as the episode proceeds, we start getting the choreography together. And I'm talking to production about what they want to do for that particular week. They asked me, what did I want to do? And I told them my idea, which is what I just told you. And they said, well, aren't at HBCUs, they're normally captains? I was like, yeah, why? They said, well, we need to have a captain of every group. So, okay, I split the girls into the different groups based off of who was in positions of leadership. Now, mind you, Princess's storyline for the season is her coming from Memphis, Tennessee, from Prince and Tigerettes, and she is going to be supposedly mama's in the running for a captain's position for her daughter. Now, let me be clear with this too. Princess's mom, Miss Tanisha, has never ever had a conversation with me about her daughter being captain. I'm gonna say that again for the folks in the back. Princess's mom, Miss Tanisha, has never ever.
That was the conversation about, and she went off, made posts, made videos about her daughter not being captain on the team.
Never spoken to me about her daughter wanting a captain's position with the Dancing Dolls. Never. We never had that conversation. Her mom and I were already friends and had built our own relationship before Bring It even started. Her mom and I already had a relationship years prior, and her mom and I had already been talking and discussing about Princess just as her being a Tigerette, not even about her being a dancing doll. A lot of people don't know, and I know that Jamar has made a video. Princess's mom has talked about this as well. Princess left the Prince and Tigerettes and came to Dancing Dolls, and they've already explained it over there, so I'm not going to get into it. But she never came to me saying, oh, I want to be on TV, because let's be clear. Princess was already on TV. She was the captain of the Prince and Tigerettes, and the Tigerettes were on the show. They were one of our biggest rivals. She was already on TV. So I didn't bring her in to replace her or bring her in and put her on a pedestal or bring her in and give her this position. It's not true. I never did that. Princess came simply because she was looking for what Dancing Dolls stands for. It stood for it then, and it still stands for it now. We are a sisterhood first, we are a family second, and we dance last. She was coming from a situation that wasn't the best for her at the time, and she wanted to be a part of Dancing Dolls. Now, we're going to talk about breaking tradition. Now, we can definitely say I broke tradition there, because you had to live within the area to be a part of the team. But because I knew the circumstances surrounding this situation, this baby didn't need for me to judge her. Her mom didn't need for me to create a terrible scenario for her to be able to be on the team. I was needed at the time. There was something needed, and I fulfilled a need. It was not my job or responsibility, nor was it anybody's business for me to share the details. This child wanted a place to dance, and I gave her one. Okay, so now as we're moving forward, we're proceeding, and now we're going along with it. Production says, well, since Princess's mom is talking about her wanting to be a captain, are you against putting her as one of the leaders of the team? Me personally, I was like, Not really, because it really doesn't even matter. The girls already know what it is, because traditionally the captains always are the ones that are out front or lead. Plus, nobody can just walk in here and be captain. So if she was put in a position to lead this particular group, she's not a captain. She's not in leadership. It shouldn't matter. So I thought. But I guess as time went on and I started to hear all of these videos progress, I said that nobody looked at it the way that I was looking at it. I'm looking at it from a place of, I mean, we know that it's not real. Traditionally, the girls all know that to be a captain, you cannot go from new girl to captain. It doesn't work that way. And also on top of that, too, you cannot come into this team and just become a captain. You have to put in some work. You got to put some skin in the game, some sweat on these floors. And on top of that, it's a seniority thing. She didn't have seniority. So if they want to make her the leader of a group for a specific creative dance, she's not the leader of the team. To me personally, I didn't see the problem. So essentially, as time went on, the episode plays out, the girls go through all what they went through. Nobody said anything, during all of it. Like, nobody said anything during all of it. But unbeknownst to me, there was a sidebar conversation that was taking place. Now, I know about group chats and how group chats can get messy, which is why I'm not in group chats. Well, take that back. I'm in a group chat with my family, but my family's not messy. And I know how group chats can get messy. But it just so happens they made a mistake when it came to this particular group chat. Because in the group chat, there was a conversation that took place when it was placed in the group chat about what the girls had to do for that particular week. And inside of this group chat, that's when the girls, and I'm not going to say names, I do still have the text messages, by the way, but the girls decided that they were going to share how they felt about a decision that I made. There were lots of things said. Oh, I was called a bitch. I was called a stupid bitch. What the fuck is this bitch doing? It was all kind of things that were being said. There was a lot that was being said. And regardless of the fact that, you're talking about me, there were also things that were said about Princess, and she was in that group. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So I'm getting the messages later. Oh, wait, let me go back. Unfortunately, it's true. I get a phone call from Tanisha. I'm at home. She calls me, and she is irate, screaming and yelling on the phone. I'm thinking somebody that got hurt or something that happened. She sends me this. She says, these girls in this group talk about my girl. What girls? Because, see, I remember when Tanisha was talking about a prior incident that happened when her daughter was on Tiger Reds. Princess still allowed somebody to use her tablet. She reopened up her tablet. There was a conversation that was being had about Princess from the previous team. So I assumed that that's what she was talking about. But then when I realized, wait a minute, you're not talking about that. You're talking about the girls on the team right now? What group chat? Like, what are you talking about? That's when I realized something was up.
I remember that episode because I remember, man, the way they just did her was, it was dirty, for real. It was dirty.
So I told Tanisha to send me the messages, screenshot them, and send them to me. And she did just that. She sent me all of the messages, and she shared with me everything that was being said. Now, a lot of them, I didn't know whose numbers these were because some of the numbers I didn't have saved in my phone at the time. So it took for me to go find out whose numbers they were for me to be able to put two and two together to connect the dots. So now I know who's who and what's what. So to be clear, it did happen. And yes, you guys were kids at the time. But you got to understand, the age of accountability in the Bible is 12. And if you want me to be accountable for me making this decision, you got to be accountable for the decisions that you all decided to make at that time as well. Are we mad about it right now? Hell no. Nobody even cares about that. But since it's constantly being brought up and it's constantly being talked about, this is why I'm here. Because, see, what we're not going to do is blame Diana as if Diana should have handled it differently. No, because if you decided to publicly humiliate someone in a forum, you have to be publicly reprimanded for what it was that you did. There were a lot of people in the group that didn't say anything at all. But remember, I have all the text messages. But I'm not done. Part 2 is loaded. Here is part 2. Let's talk to.
All right, y'all. So that was all she posted. She didn't post anything else, and we gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think what she posted was more than make a great one. That was all she said. Taking pictures, right? So I was on Facebook scrolling, minding my damn business, and remind you, I follow Christiana auntie Brittany. Remember, she was the auntie for Christiana. She was on the show, Hun Miss D with Bob Heads, half of the majority of the time and stuff. So I was just sitting here scrolling. I follow her all the time. She got good content. She do some good videos now. She real honest. Hold on real quick. She even talk about the Peach McIntyre situation. I agree with her on some of the things she say. She say now, Mimi woke, laugh out loud. Somebody say Mimi went off. Mimi wasn't playing no game. She went dumb. She needs to come over here to the Book of Faces and laugh out loud. Somebody say, what's her name on TikTok? I found her TikTok. We're going to get into it. They say she snapped. That live was, something else. I'm going to play it in a minute. Hold on. What don't come out in the wash don't come out in the rinse? What did I just miss? She always running her mouth. Maybe I missed something, but I didn't have to call any names when she said a clip. So why is me so pissed? Where's the video? Send it to you. And so they were posting what was said. Right? So then, this is what Brittany had.
Well, your girl just getting off work, and I see y'all have opened the motherfucking Bring It gates back up. And baby, y'all have woke Mimi up. And I love that shit. I love that shit. Because all the shit motherfuckers act like I made up. I was just delusional. I was just talking. I love when people get so mad and they break their silence. The lady gonna stop playing with people's kids. She always talking about what receipts she got, this and this she got. I think she be the only one forget she got receipts. Like, people don't delete their text messages. Girl, people got the same thing. You know, she love playing a victim. She can't hold accountability for nothing. But Mimi just woke up the motherfucking TikTok, and I'm here for it. I love it because it's normally me. It's normally me, and y'all act like it's just me that's messing, start all the drama. You know, hey, man, lady, the way this lady talk about people kids, treat people kids, y'all will be amazed. The person y'all look up to, if y'all knew the type of monster she was. But that's for another day. Hey, well, your girl just.
All right. Shout out to Brittany. She is doing amazing. She really is. I love that for her. She doing good. All right, so we're going to get into what was said. Now, it might be all over the place because it's clips, so we're going to get into it. Hold on. Let me share my ticket. This is what Mimi had to say, y'all. Child. Come on. Hold on,
every day you in something. Every day. Every day you in something. But now you have stepped over to this lane yet again, running your mouth. Fuck your spatula. I got a hammer. Are you threatening people with that spatula? That shit don't fuck. That don't faze me. That don't faze me. That don't faze me. It don't. It don't. Last night on the show, Camryn and Kayla. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. I ain't no holding back. Fuck all that. Oh, fuck that. Last night on Encore, which everybody loves to hate. Everybody got their mouth on Encore because we over here fucking winning. Everybody got their mouth on Encore because your shit is trash, boring.
Oh my
Let's
God.
talk about it, shall we? I can't slow down because I'm mad. You better keep the fuck up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. On Encore last night, and you showed clips like that's supposed to scare somebody. It don't. Encore right there. Let these folks pay for the prescription. You fucking up your own coins by showing the clips for free, dumbass. Man, let them pay the $5.99. Then that way they can kind of watch your show if they wanted to. Think about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, you showing clips of what Camryn and Kayla said, and you felt some type of way about it. Even though what they talked about was a month ago. And even though what they were talking about, everybody and they fucking mammy was talking about it. But you didn't say nothing. You didn't say shit. But when them two talk about it, oh, it's a problem. Oh, it's a problem. Oh, guess why? Could it be because it's true? Could it be because they told the truth? Let's talk about it, shall we? Let's fucking talk about it. You got and I'm gonna comment on every fucking section you got.
God.
And just for the record, your lawyer need to get in touch with mine. Because we both gonna file motherfucking paperwork.
Oh,
I'm tired of your ass.
oh Lord.
I'm tired. If you feel like you gonna come on your life and talk about my child and I not say nothing, I ain't never talked about your child. I ain't say shit about you blinging out his football cleats. I thought the shit was cute. I ain't said shit about your child, but you want to come for mine and think I ain't gonna say nothing? What you thought? Ain't shit changed? Ain't a motherfucking thing changed. Ain't shit changed. I'm still that bitch. If you want to see Messy Mimi, here that bitch is right here. Here she go. Here she go. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all. Mimi, Camryn. Well, are we clickbait for you motherfuckers? Y'all broke?
Oh my
Are we
God,
clickbait?
Jesus.
You can tag her. Don't care nothing about it. Don't care nothing about it. I said it. Diana. She know who I'm talking about. She knew I was coming. She knew I was coming. I'm tired. If you don't understand how to make a fucking reality TV show, which clearly you don't, then oh well. Oh fucking well. Now, here's the thing. When Camryn, I ain't gonna even speak on Kayla. I let her mama or Kayla do that. I don't even care. When
Wait a minute, what Kayla do?
Now, Camryn was more of a woman than you would ever be by apologizing. Saying she said what she said on that show because that's how the fuck she felt. You can't do nothing about nobody's feelings, darling. At that time, all of them was mad. Let's talk about that, shall we? Guess who was there?
Camryn did say I said what I said, and I'm not going to change how I felt. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, that's how she felt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how she felt. But if you know, to me, and I've always felt like this when it came to Camryn, she does have a soft spot for Camryn. Well, I don't care how nobody put it. When it come to Camryn, I've seen it on the show. She has a soft spot for that girl. A lot. But, hey, who am I to judge?
About that, shall we? Guess who was there? Me. Guess who know what the truth is? Me. Guess who production didn't have shit to do with that day? Guess, think about it. Did production really have something to do with that? Did they all of a sudden get text message? Was production included in the group chat? No, the fuck they wouldn't. You wanted to make that an episode. Let's talk about it, shall we? You put this shit out here. I want to stay away from your ass, but you put this shit out here. You put it out there. Let's talk about it. The motherfucking text message is right here. Do you not remember telling me you gonna make it an episode? You said that. Let's fucking talk about it. Let's talk about it. What them girls are saying is the truth. It's the truth. You did that. You did that. And I don't give a fuck about your minions and your trolls. Oh, me, this. I don't need no money, bitch. I just got off the fucking clock. I don't need the money. I ain't said shit. I let everybody in their mammy talk about me and my child. But the shit stops here when the head motherfucking goat want to run your fucking mouth. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. I ain't never said nothing about your fucking child. Every day you in something. But now you have stepped over to this lane yet again, running your mouth.
Okay, let's go to part 2.
I like Dick. I like Dick. Let's talk about it.
First of all, don't nobody need to send nothing that Mimi said to FedEx. That is her job. She's not wearing her uniform. She don't got her hat on. She's not on the clock. Let this woman say what she got to say in peace.
I've been vouching for you on that fucking show. But you talking about loyalty and tradition. Fuck, what? Tradition left when you had them 2 fucking fire red ass ponytails in them kids' head. That ain't tradition. That's a mess. That ain't tradition. That lady was right. That parent was right. But you got mad about that because she said something about it. You can't get mad at me. Ain't no NDAs, ain't shit. Ain't nothing. Y'all leave Bring It where the fuck it's at. Leave Bring It where it is. I ain't said shit about Bring It. I denounce myself from your team. Leave me
Hold
out of
on
it.
now,
Oh,
Mimi. Hold on now. You can't denounce it. Now, if you wanted to denounce, you could have got yourself on Carlos King's show and teamed up with Selena on Bell Collective. Hold on now. You were part of the show. We knew you were the bookkeeper a lot because you used to keep things. You known Diana longer because Camryn was in there longer than the rest of the girls. Camryn and Kayla really was their sis. They were babies. Hold on, you can't denounce yourself. That's how we know you.
mama and them leave me out of it. And I can get my mom online too. She ready for your ass too.
Not the mama.
Leave me out of it. Leave my child and my name out your fucking dick socks.
Ah,
You can't miss them. Leave them out.
stop it.
And I mean it. That's the last fucking time. Fuck you, fuck your spatula, fuck anything you about. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Oh my God.
I like dick. Let's talk about it.
Be a
I've been back.
All right, hold on. Here go another part. Oh, somebody doing this. We just saw this.
Leave me out of it. Leave my child and my name out your fucking dick socks. You can't miss them. Leave them out. And I mean it.
Yeah.
That's the last fucking time.
Sorry.
Fuck you, fuck your spatula.
Okay, so listen, y'all. I don't know what happened between this time because this is what we had before, which was the conversation that Mimi had with. It was from what, let me see if I can find it. It was a conversation on Branded TV where, right? Child, girl, you should have came in a little earlier. She went off on Coach Diana for going off, but I thought everything was cool. You have to watch a replay. I thought everything was cool when they had this sit down. And they talked about Bring It. Let me go on and find a clip. I thought everything was fine. Whitney came back. Everybody came back. And everybody had a discussion about how they were being mistreated. And she even talked to the girls about everything. So I thought everything, even her and Tyrus done made up. So I'm thinking everything was great. I'm like, okay, here we go. Hold on. I'm going to show a clip because I was like, I thought everything was fine. I'm going to show the clip and then we're going to move on.
Let's toast to the new era of DD4L. Our entire company is built on the foundation of having a sisterhood first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These line jackets mean so much to these kids. I'm here for the kids. It's called the doll house, not the doll mama house. This is history. This is where the dancing dolls started.
You back? So tell me about it. What happened?
When I cross Alabama state line, my anxiety kicks in. To this day, it kicks in.
Okay, so they had a sit down, and Whitney was part of that sit down. And I'm still trying to figure out where did this go wrong. So Camryn has something to say. Hold on, we're gonna play that.
From even just putting it on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had my own girls and they did some stuff like that, I would have said, oh, hold on. I would tell the producers, give me 1 second. I'm going to put them in my office real quick. And they're going to come back out here crying. You ain't got to ask them why, just get that shot of them crying right there. I wouldn't have blasted them on TV. I wouldn't have did that. Because they kids.
So the situation was when they called Miss D out her name in a text message. Y'all remember that episode? And they were talking about the new girl. That's what it came about. I didn't know they were still mad about that. I'm gonna say this. When and I'm gonna agree to everything. I agree with what the parents are saying, but parents, we gotta look at it like this. If y'all trust Miss D to be around your children, and while she's in your care, their care, she is responsible for whatever they say and whatever they do. Because remember, y'all are a village. It's going to get tough at times. Y'all were a village. You were a village. You were a village together. She cried with them. She cried with y'all. She sat with y'all. Y'all was a village, regardless of how y'all look at it. If she didn't get on them, y'all would have got mad. We gonna keep it above. Because first of all, coming from a village that care, I would be upset if I get no camera or not. You cussing in a text, calling me out my name. Do your mothers know you called me that? So everybody said, oh, well, the kids was upset about that. Let me tell you something. They gonna be upset about that. That's so they get mad at y'all for getting onto them. They get mad at y'all for getting onto them. And if we gonna keep it a buck, how many times have y'all heard I hate you? I don't like you. You get on my nerves. You won't let me be grown. Come on, that's teenagers. Like, but they were wrong. They were wrong. Now, if Princess Mama came in talking, I'm gonna make my baby a captain, my baby gonna take up my good. She was wrong to do that with them. That's why y'all was outside. Period. And I see why the other ladies was like, listen, you got to give your daughter a chance. Because I remember that episode. She was like, Mimi told her, baby, you got to give your daughter a chance to be a captain. You can't just come in here and think you're going to be a captain. Everybody told Princess Mama the same darn thing. Baby, you can't come in here acting like, what you talking like? They don't even go like that. They don't go like that at all. So I don't know what happened between that time, but a lot of people say it could have been held differently. I'm going to say this. And it's going to be honest. The Black community like to see people held accountable, children or not. And doing what y'all did, knowing that it was already out there, saying that, oh, she put it out, could have been handled differently. Baby, producers was going to put it out there whether y'all like it or not. They were going to put that out there, baby. They don't give a... Let me tell you something. When it comes to these networks and their ratings, ain't nobody going to stand in the way of them ratings. Nobody. Look at Bravo, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nobody. Y'all saw when Drew came in, she was at the end of the couch and she had to try to redeem herself. Because, baby, everybody know when you sit on the end of that couch, on that reunion couch, it's out the door. Nobody is going to be not held accountable for ratings. And that's just how it go on those reality shows. Could have been handled differently? Absolutely. But I'm going to keep it real with you. It would have been a bigger fight with the production because Lifetime and production would have been like, hey, listen, we need to showcase this. And she could have said, no. Y'all would have been canceled. Let's be honest. That's just how they're doing it. Like the Duggars. They let the Duggars go. Remember that? Oh, ain't nobody in front of it. The Ricos, they got a divorce. We'll probably see how that go. And after that, we probably won't even get a show no more. Like, let's be honest. Chantel and Pedro, once they got divorced, baby, that was over. That whole show dig was over. Now the sister, man, we'll see if she get a spot. This is welcome to TV land. This is a streaming services. See, with streaming services, you can say and do what you please to get them ratings up, them streamers up. Cool. It's like with Zeus. Yeah. The oldest son of the Duggars. Child orography. He's still serving time to this day. His wife still with him though. She's still waiting on her man. But yeah, that's how it goes. And it sucks that it's like that. Like Bell Collective, when Selena came on the show and her ex-husband, the twins' dad, and Sanjay dad, you know, they all share a dad, they got upset because she was on the show. But she was on the show because she's friends with somebody. So yeah, what you call it, Gucci had to start that with her just to keep them ratings going. Let me tell you something. Welcome to TV. Y'all experience TV. And if you don't like it, you got streaming services like Zeus. If you like what that is, you stay over there. But baby, welcome to TV and welcome to the new age of streaming. It's a mess. Everybody got an opinion of what you put out here. So I hope they all can fix it again. Excuse me. I hope they can. It's sad to watch and see. You know, I wish I could sit here and talk to the girls, to the ladies, the mothers at Dancing Dolls or the Doll Factory, but they talking about they signed NDAs. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can get my little interview squeezed in. We might as well go ahead and tell everything. We might as well. All right, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.